Hi, it's Muji or Bored Black Girl. I got free tickets to go see our hero, Balthazar, I believe it's called, and today that is what I'm gonna do in this video. I'm also making it a bit of a self-date because why not? I got a new dress and I want to wear it out because I feel like I buy these dresses and I don't really wear them out, so I'm taking myself out on a date, dressing up. I think I want to do a little bit of makeup, but truly time is running out. My movie starts at 10:45 and the place is like 30 minutes away. So I have to leave home at 10 because I want to get there on time. And I just want to walk around and see what kind of other places they have around the theater. But yeah, I got these tickets for free on last Saturday. So I'm excited and nervous, mostly because, you know, free tickets are free tickets, but at the same time, this is a movie that I was not necessarily going to see on my own, even though I have been in a bit of a movie kick recently. But I'm excited to see the movie regardless of how I, felt beforehand, because this is a great opportunity. I get to see the movie and have an opinion that I would not have had because I would have never seen it. So let's get ready. I'm gonna show you guys the outfit I'm working on. My bedroom is a mess though, so I'm gonna clean that up, show you guys my outfit, and I don't know, I'm gonna see if I can do a little bit of makeup. If not, then we're just gonna go barefaced, and that's beautiful and fine. Okay, it's 9:30, my mirror's dirty, and the flash decided to start going on when I recorded. Whatever. Here is my dress and my messy room, as you can see in the background. The back looks really nice, I won't lie, but I wanted to add this little, I guess, I don't know if mesh is the right word, but like mesh top cardigan thing, because I feel like it's going to be cold today. I probably will just put a jacket on to ruin the dress, but I feel like this will be nice to help against any crazy weather we might have. Besides that, the dress looks really nice. I'm going to take the sweater off and show you guys what it looks like. But yeah, I just really like this dress. I feel like it's so cute. And I just got it the way the tag is still on. Embarrassing. And then the back of it is also really beautiful as well. Besides that, I'm thinking heels, even though I've never driven in heels. So we'll have to see how that goes. Besides that, I need to do hair, breakfast, and makeup. So we're gonna have to make a decision. Breakfast obviously is going to come first, but the question is, should I just focus on doing my hair, or do you think I should sneak in some makeup? Also, which purse should I use? For some reason, I was thinking about this one just because I never use it. I feel like it's kind of funky to match the dress. But I also feel like this blue would actually be better, even though it doesn't really match the dress. It's either like blue or black. I don't think I have another blue purse that'll really go with the dress flowers. Here we are. I think that I'm just going to call it a day. I just put on some lip gloss and tried to figure out what to do with my hair, I won't lie. I don't really know. I feel like I was gonna refresh it last night, but then I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and that's what I did. But I'm here today. I just tied it up because I really don't know. I really wasn't feeling it. Besides that, it's time to head out the door because it is 10:07, probably 10:10 right now. But hey, I'm ready. Okay, I am here at the pop-up. I'm a little bit worried because the parking is like, what? I'm a little bit scared that my car will be towed. So I think I'm just gonna pop inside. I'm here early and be like, hey, is it okay if I park over there, or like, will my car be towed? Because that's one of my biggest fears, is my car being towed. I feel like that's one of those things that I always used to hear about. It's like, your car will be towed, and I'm like, how will I get home? But I'm here. I'm nervous, but I'm here. I think I'm just gonna chill for a little bit. Maybe just pop inside, ask him if it's okay that I park here. And yeah, I'm excited to see it, honestly. I'm excited to see the movie theater because I've never been. And there's some places around here, so I'm gonna walk around. There's a GoodWill. It's kind of far. I don't know if I can walk over there, but I will attempt. And I believe there's also an arcade. Besides that, I feel like my lips look good. The hair is having a day. All in all, excited and ready to see this movie. I just finished the movie. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. I won't lie, I do feel the movie is not what I expected. It was far more intense, which is odd when you think about a movie that is like about someone who was trying to befriend someone who they believe will be a school shooter. But it was intense. It had me on the edge of my seat, but then it would just like be like a nicely, not nicely lit, but a scene that was like had beautiful lights, and we're driving and it's like silent. It was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable on purpose. It was a really nice movie. I would not have gone to see it if I was just gonna do it by myself. Like, having these tickets, I feel like I'm really happy. It was just a lot. It was really intense. I think from the beginning, like, the intro music was sinister, and we kind of go into like all these like lovely windows and views, and we go into his Balthazar's bedroom, and he's crying and he's putting on this absolute performance. The worst part is it's not a good one. Like, his crying and all their acting throughout it, which is funny because, you know, they're doing bad acting while acting, so it's just like a lot. And then he has an entire party and event going on in his living room, and he's like, we are fighting for our lives, and he's just such a fake that it's really nasty and unsavory. And the way he comes at Eleanor and like attacks her when she actually is what she says she's about is just like very unsettling. He goes like in these highs and lows, and he also is so that's one thing I don't want to say necessarily liked about the movie, but that's one thing I think it did really well. It detaches you from like the intensity and the violence while still like putting you right back in it. So it's like these moments where we're realizing, you know, that Solomon isn't who he says he is, and then we see him go to this extreme to kind of push Balthazar, and well, I guess to befriend Balthazar and to get Balthazar's attention. Then Balthazar's like, we should shoot something, we should like low-key like do something, and then he's like, no, I don't like no. So it is really like a sheep and wolf's clothing both ways, because while obviously Solomon does not do a shooting, Solomon is still a dangerous person, and Balthazar is also a dangerous person, even though the thing with the gun in the end I do feel was an accident. I don't know why he even grabbed the gun to begin with. I don't know. I don't know. I think it keeps you on the edge of your seat because you're waiting for a shooting to happen, which is the sad and the scary part. We're waiting to see this more of this horrific, you know, massacre happening in like detail on screen, and it doesn't really happen until the very end, where, spoiler alert, one of them is shot. And at first I was like, oh god, we're not gonna see it, are we? I didn't really want to see it. I think that, or at least I felt like seeing the blood or hearing the blood was enough, but then we actually saw him, the person who was shot, and I feel like it kind of, I do think it kind of added. All in all, I did like the cinematography. I felt like the lighting was really nice. It was a good movie. It was intense. It did keep me on the edge of my seat, and it really just showed how extremely detached Balthazar was, like, this entire time. He just really, truly did not feel what was going on. Solomon, I feel, he feels what's going on. He feels what's happening in the rage, in the anger. And Balthazar is kind of just like expecting him to be this character and this person that he isn't. He's like, does not truly understand the depths and the layers of what's happening. He's like understanding to a certain extent that he's a pathetic, sad person who does not live the kind of life that he wants to live, obviously. But at the same time, he's like, you aren't like sad and depressing in the way I wanted you to be. You aren't angry and depressing in the way that I wanted you to be. And I think that Balthazar realizes this when they do drugs and they start shooting. That scene, I fully thought that Balthazar was going to shoot Solomon. And I was like, this is where the switch happened. This is where we start to realize, like, who is the master and who is the pet? Who is the cat? Who is the mouse? All in all, I really liked the movie. It kept me on the edge of my seat. I think, I don't want to say for somebody who does drugs, you should go see it because it's scary. But it was scary. Like, even right now, I'm like, because it was really nerve-wracking. Like, the sounds of the guns are loud, and like, it's just a lot. It was a good movie. I'm gonna go see if I can find a parking spot at GoodWill, go in real quick, and then probably go home. My heart is beating so hard right now. No, that movie really had me on edge, because you are like, because it's like split into three ways. The beginning is Balthazar's story, kind of being so inept and so quick to absorb what's happened in Arkansas and try to use it for his own. And then we see Solomon, who we don't really see, like, if I remember correctly, we don't see much of him caring about the shooting at all, really, even though he finds out that someone close to him has lost somebody in the school shooting. And it's interesting because he doesn't really care. He does not care at all. I was not surprised by the ending, how Balthazar ended things. I was not surprised by how things ended with Solomon or his father. It's just, all in all, was a sad story. And I think Balthazar took advantage of this person and just wanted to make something of himself. I think it was very much Balthazar and Solomon wanting to find and stick onto this violent identity, whether it be like the online activist who is crying and not necessarily actually doing anything, even though he has money, and versus somebody who is violent online in a harmful way. But I don't want to say that Solomon didn't have an intention, because Solomon wrote down a map apparently, and he did have the guns without the serial numbers, even though they were his father's guns. So they're both very harmful people in different ways. So it was just very scary, I won't lie, to see like Solomon be like, clearly we as an audience are like, okay, we're scared, something's gonna happen, and Balthazar's like, you're pathetic, you're a waste of time, you're not gonna shoot anybody, are you? And it's just like, what is your problem? What is going on with both of you? Oh, I also wanted to say that I feel like the social media advertising online has been extremely intense, but I also feel like the social media connection that we saw them have online is a lot of how it happens between these kinds of people who are lonely and harmful, whether it is having a genuine connection or being like trolling each other, or, you know, pretending to be a girl for the other person. But it was, I don't want to say it was homoerotic. There were just a lot of moments where I was expecting them to have, like, they had this connection that was just very much like they understood the evil depths, the sinister depths of each other. But I don't think that Solomon truly kind of got why Balthazar was wrong for what he was doing, and it was just more so like, I want to be your friend, like, I'm sorry. And then they turned on each other. They said, you know what, if I can't have you, nobody can. What a movie. And Noah Centineo was in it. It was, I almost said something, oh my god. Okay, that's enough. I'm almost exposed myself real quick. Let me stop. Goodbye. That was my review so far. That was a lot. Kind of big though. Now my shoelace is messed up because yes, I was gonna try those shoes. They were like $20 and they were cute. The Betsy Johnson ones do not fit, but guess what? The purple ones did, and they were only $10. So it was, I don't want to say girl math, it was grown woman math, because it just made sense. But I was so surprised. I saw this Olivia poster right here by the Goodwill, but I wanted to get up close. I won't lie, I have not listened to the new music. I'm pretty sure a video dropped, but that's all I got. But someone tried to take her. Dang, I don't think I'm gonna take a piece of Olivia. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, that is kind of so funny. They really were trying. Quite tired. I'm quite tired, but I am back home and I have a bowl with me, a lovely Red Bull. I'm tired. Oh my god, I feel like I already said that. One thing I wanted to add about the movie, I will show you guys stuff that I got from Goodwill in a second. One thing I wanted to add about the movie. I really liked the lighting in the sense of I felt like the coloring was really nice. Like the blue lighting was nice, the cinematography, the way the camera would like follow them at times, especially in the scene where the life coach is like trying to not really throw him a party, but trying to do something for him, and he pulls out this fake speech and basically recants someone's, I'm assuming someone's real story, and it's just really uncomfortable. The way the camera's like following through the people at the party, it's just really like, it feels like somewhere we're not supposed to be. It feels really wrong and scary. Like it feels, I don't know, it feels like Balthazar is like asking for help, but also he's like using it as a weapon, because I'm under the assumption that the life coach has not harmed him, but the way he was just like, the scene was just very much like, and then the camera was like, it's like, oh, what is going on right now? I'm very scared. But it was, yeah, it was an intense movie. I was honestly expecting I was not expecting Thrush to be Thrush. I thought it was gonna be like I don't know why, for some reason I thought it was gonna be like a death and like robotics type thing. I thought it was gonna be like super smart, Solomon's character. But when it was like a supplement scam grift essentially, I was like, oh god. And also, another thing I wanted to add, I feel like the relationship or like the age difference between the characters is something that should kind of be put into play as well. Because Balthazar, while he is extremely detached and, you know, does not really care, he is still young. I'm assuming that school was a high school. I don't know if it was like a college or a community college or some kind of like secondary school where there are adults. I'm pretty sure he was in high school. So for Solomon to have become, I don't know, not become his friend, but to not really question or ask, it was just, I don't know, maybe I missed the part. Maybe it is a college. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was like a kid. I feel like that kind of added to it a little bit, because Solomon is a grown man who, while he's living whatever, struggling a life, this is like a child, I think, who he's meeting up with and playing like this game of tough guy and, oh, you think you're gonna stop a shooter, or I'm gonna show you a bad guy. And it's just really uncomfortable because they're both just really lying about who they are so much. Like, seriously. Yeah, I think the fake relationship and like the that's why I wanted to, I don't know if homoerotic is the correct word, but I feel like the fake relationship, and there were just a lot of hints that this was a deeper connection and that they were both feeding off of each other. And it was very much obvious that Balthazar was not prepared, but for the actuality of Solomon and who he was, like where he lived. And it was just really sad. It was really sad. Yeah. It was yeah, so it was like an uncomfortable, unnerving movie. I don't know if I would see it again, honestly, but I did enjoy it. I feel really bad for Eleanor. Oh my god, I would be so freaked out, because at the end of the day, I'm just gonna spoil, in the end, Balthazar, I don't want to say he get what he wants. He does get what he wants. He gets attention. He gets to be recognized to some degree as a hero for stopping someone who could have been a school shooter and for trying to befriend him, whatever. But in the end, he takes words from an actual child who was in a school shooting. But in the end, he still fakes his cry. That really, I felt so like annoyed and disturbed, because he's just sitting there like, no shade, taking the longest to be like, muster up this fake cry to be like, we are fighting for our lives. And though I don't know why I was expecting some kind of honesty from him, I kind of wanted him to just open up and be like, fake it a little bit more. I don't know. I wanted his act to get better, and it truly never did. That was like the most annoying part. You can't even fake that you care enough when someone, Solomon, is dead. No shade. And it's just like, and that's why just the scene, and that final scene with the life coach and his mom standing there, I almost thought it was gonna be his dad. That's why I was like, oh my god, he's gonna get his dad's approval from this. But it was a life coach. I was just like, you guys have created a monster. You guys have kind of brought up a monster. Didn't take the time to really realize that this kid is detached from his emotions, does not truly care about other people. And like, what happened to Eleanor at the school? Did the school not tell him about that? Do they not have cameras to see, like, okay, they were having a conversation, he was clearly getting a bit aggressive with her? It was just a lot. And then the scene with the fake blood in the hallway with the shooting, it was a lot. It was an interesting movie. But yeah, I'm really happy, I won't lie. I'm really happy that I got to see it. And the projector, also, that's one thing I wanted to say. I feel like the projector in the movie theater was so nice quality, even though like I could like see shadow. I'm not sure how to describe it. Like I could see like my shadow of like my hand and stuff. I felt like the projector just really added to the movie itself. So I'm just happy that I got to go to the pop-up and see the movie. But I think I also was kind of expecting there to be like this big scene of a genuine celebration of him, for it to be like maybe he truly does become this false prophet of like, people are like, oh my god, Eleanor, did you see what he did, or something like that. Or maybe it become like the other way of him being exposed and it being like, we know what you did. But when he was in the car talking to the police and the way he spewed the situation, I was just like, are they not gonna check the fact that he made like the fake account, all like that stuff? Like, are the police not gonna investigate? Anyways, I was just like, he's just like bored. He didn't seem like truly sad or upset. He was just like, he seemed so very clueless. I don't know how young he was. Like, he just seemed so like unaware of the world. Like, I don't want to say like because he didn't know what a grift was, but he just didn't really know what was going on at all. And he just took and mimicked the way he took Eleanor's words, and the way the way he wanted to make, like, he was just such a pretender. He kept grabbing, he was looking for an identity or something to grab onto. Like, Eleanor actually cared about what she was talking about. And he invites her over, watches the school shooting footage, makes out with her, and it's like, oh, this is your thing. What? I just don't understand. Like, it's just like really just makes you wonder. It's like I think Jaeden described the character as morally gray, but it's like, yeah, he's morally gray, but he's dark. Like, he's detached from like emotion. And then we find out that Solomon didn't even watch the footage himself. So it's just like, Balthazar gets to get off because he has lawyers to back him and money, and he doesn't get shot, and he's not like, you know, seen as whatever the ideal school shooter or someone who like a school shooting would happen to, because he lives in a protected or like, you know, rich scholarship type of school. But it is just like so insane for him to thrust himself into this world for absolutely no reason other than the fact that he essentially, and even like and I don't even want to say he did it because he had a crush on her. His crush on her wasn't genuine. It wasn't even like an infatuation. He just was obsessed with her and was like not aware of how there was no real relationship. I think at one point he even calls her his girlfriend to Solomon or to another character. And I was more being like, oh my god, like, he's more lost than Solomon is. Solomon can pretend to be this tough guy and, oh, I'm gonna sell this stuff to people. It's like, he's truly clueless. Because even Balthazar is like, you're trying to sell me Thrush right now, and I'm not interested. And it's like, oh my god. Let's get into the GoodWill haul, because honestly, I'm just thinking about it. It was really like, because there's really people like this in the world. First things first. Franco Sorta, $10. They're so nice. I was not gonna get them, but then they were $10. I was like, perfect. And purple is my favorite color, if you didn't know. Lovely. I do think they're a little bit bigger in the back, but the bigger the better. Next, let's get into the DVDs. I am so happy because I feel like every time I go to the thrift store, there's always a bomb DVD selection. Always. Quite random pile, but here we go. I'm not gonna put these in order for you guys. I'm so sorry. We're gonna start with the Big M. No, not me. Megamind. I won't lie, I was not really expecting to find a lot of DVDs. I was like, is that Megamind? I found this one a little bit later on, but I like the Megamind movie. Next we have Scorpion King 2. My sister likes the first Scorpion King movie, and I think she likes the franchise, so I'm happy to add this. And we also like The Mummy as well, but shout out to this movie. Next is Bad Teacher. I got this mostly because I feel like this is a movie that I feel like is one of those old 2000 movies where I'm probably like a little bit half and half on it, but I do think that I like this movie. I do remember seeing like the ads or commercials for it before other movies, along with just the concept of being a bad teacher is just fun. I can't remember if she does anything extremely alarming to these high school students or their teachers. If you remember, tell me in the comments below, but hey, I got it. Next, I'm so happy for this! Austin Powers Golden Member. Like the last one, Austin Powers is I would say a good movie that I like, or something that's fun and interesting, even though they do have like, you know, certain jokes that are racial and not funny. I do love the ones with Beyonce so much. I feel like the ones with Beyonce are better. I'm sorry, maybe because those are the ones that I watch. I don't know if it's multiple, but I know there's at least one. Maybe because that's the one that I watch, that's the one that I see, that's the one that I like. Because I do have another Austin Power movie one that I like, but this is the one that I want. The scene with her, I believe it's this one. Watch me be completely wrong. But the scene where she gets out of the water and her fro is shrunk, and I love that so much. Austin Powers, yeah, baby. I also love having these on DVD because the interactive like screen to choose it is so fun, and there's like a Madonna music video in the other one, I'm pretty sure. I might have to do an Austin Powers night now that I have this on DVD. Next we have Spy Kids 3. First of all, Spy Kids was such a good franchise. I remember this one being so good. The way the girl was a part of the game. Like the Matrix. I'm just, literally, this is what happens when all you've had is like popcorn and Red Bull. You just start talking. But shout out to this one. I mean, shout out Gucci. What can I say? That's this one. Next. I'm so tired. I feel like I'm actually so tired because I didn't get enough sleep last night either. But ooh, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Are you kidding me? I was so happy to find this. I don't really even care that it's like damaged or whatever, because guess what? It's still Scooby-Doo. I'm not a super big Scooby-Doo fan, I won't lie, but I do enjoy live action movies, and I think that it's so nice to have this. I feel so blessed. Next is, again, controversial, but I think this is early 2000, definitely early 2000s. When would it be coming out? But this is something not really from childhood, but just crazy and wacky that I think I would like to have in my collection, because I feel like I have that kind of collection. 2000s, dirty, grungy, bad, in the sense of probably DC humor. Sorry. Yeah, that's all I really want to say about this DVD. I don't think I've seen this in specific. I have seen other Harold and Kumar stuff, but I wanted to add it because why not? I haven't gone thrifting in a long time. I'm so sorry, guys. Last things last, I'm somebody who loves me a candle. I love a scented candle. I'm really into when the night falls, turn the light off, light a candle, and turn the heater on. I'm really into that right now. So I got these for 99 cents, which I'm really happy about because I was starting to run out. Oh, I didn't even notice it's doubled. Nice. I was starting to run out of my candles. It's just been really fun, especially if you're not, I think nocturnal, is that what it is? But if you're someone like me who's like likes to stay awake at night or likes to enjoy the night a little bit more, or I don't know, I feel like I just prefer it when it is dark out. Does that make sense? I like the light, I like the daytime, but I just prefer the dark as well sometimes. Even though like when it's fall and it's getting like dark at 5, I'm like, and now it's summertime, I'm like, but it's okay, it's okay. That is all for this video, I believe. Oh my gosh, I feel like there was one more thing that I wanted to add, but I really cannot remember, about Balthazar, or our hero Balthazar in specific. It was an interesting movie, and if you've seen the movie or if you've heard about it in any way, please comment below or talk to me about it, because this is really random. I just got these tickets for free on Instagram in the DMs, and I went. It was fun. I will probably go to that theater again. Yeah, I think this is a movie that is definitely a conversation, but the question is like, what is going to be said, and also why? Because I think the end of the movie is not necessarily unsatisfying, but it is exactly what you expect it to be. But the movie itself, I definitely expected it to be different. I truly was waiting for the shooting to happen, which I do think is kind of negative thinking, but if you kind of put the movie as this movie about we're stopping or learning about befriending a shooter, I do think I was expecting, or I do think I am not wrong for, I don't want to say expecting, I feel like that's wrong to say expecting it. It's so wrong, but it was kind of what I was expecting, on the edge of my seat, waiting for that big moment to happen. It happened in the end. It was just a lot. Oh my god. It's so sad to think. Not only did Solomon's mom pass, his grandma was shot, which I don't know if she's probably not gonna survive, and Solomon passed away as well. That's, wow, what a note for me to end it on. Holy, that's kind of what this movie is. I feel like when you talk about this movie, you can say, oh, it's crazy, it's kooky, it's whatever, but at the end of the day, these are real topics, and people like Solomon and people like, oh my god, I almost called him Butterfield, Balthazar, exist in real life, and they're, I don't even know what to say. I almost said they're creating fake, they're creating fake character AI. Oh my god. Sorry, I just remembered he was AIing. That's what I'm saying. He's so detached from people and relationships. He's like talking, Balthazar, he's talking to his mom, and he's like sad, trying to get sympathy after he was blocked by Solomon. So he creates a fake account of a woman and sends him a nude, and then uses his mom's voice to AI and say like dirty things. It really is just like, what? Because yeah, you can be like, oh my god, that's so weird and that's crazy, but it's like the levels to go to, like I know it's like stupid. Using AI of anybody's voice to do that is crazy and wrong, but doing it of your own mother without thinking like twice, like he was just what a movie, actually. Like, if I had to sit down and like pinpoint everything that was like what, we'd be here for ages. But if you have the chance to go see it, I would say go see it. I think it's one of those movies that's kind of gonna be like, I don't know, kind of gonna be like something to talk about. Sorry, let me try that again. This movie is going to be something to talk about because it is odd and interesting and intense, and leaves you with, I don't know, almost not necessarily like waiting for more, but definitely leaves you with just like an unsettling, just thinking about everything, just thinking about the characters, just like so much. Random thing I want to add about the video, since I'm making myself lunch, it was really crazy that Balthazar really did not care that Solomon was going to shoot up Thresh. I mean, he did care, but he was like, it's not a school, nobody's gonna care. And it was just like, this is someone who's low-key kind of committed to kind of the shooting, and he's like, he's about to go shoot up not only his dad, but people who he's lived with around his life. His dad's kind of, people, friends, whatever, even if they are, crooks and bad people, Solomon has no business to go there and go shoot them up. And Balthazar is just like, it's just like your dad is just the rush, like nobody's gonna care. It's almost like he wanted him to go and be like, go scoot up a school. Like, it's almost like he wanted him to go and actually do it to a school and stop him. But it was weird because the dad was going to take the gun from Solomon, and then Balthazar stopped him. So I was like, okay, maybe the shooting is going to go ahead and happen. But in that moment, Solomon's like, okay, Balthazar, let's come back to reality. And know that this is my father, who I guess I care about enough to not actually shoot him. It was just a lot. And then he was begging Balthazar to stay another day. It was just so much. Even with, I believe her name was Emily, at the gas station, he just wanted to know how to manipulate and how to like get emotion out of him, how to get people to believe who he was or what he is, because Solomon kind of believed the crying or was like bored enough to say something. And then he's like, you didn't want to Balthazar is like, you didn't want to shoot her, you just wanted to cry and like emotionally manipulate her. You're so lame. Like, okay, I'm about to eat lunch, but I did pop in the golden member DVD, and this is what I'm talking about. It has an Infinifilm, which I've never heard of it before, but I guess while the movie is playing, there's gonna be like little things where I can select to go to like the special features and learn about, you know, whatever is available, and then it'll automatically take me back to the movie, which honestly I love because I like to look at the special features, and it would be really fun to be able to do that while looking at the movie itself. Yeah, I'm hungry. Lunchtime.